What's up, you guys? Welcome back to Skeffscomicknowledge. I am Skeff. Thank you so much for checking out this night's video. I am very excited to do this one. 2020. What a year, right? What can I say? But moving on to 2021, which is when you are watching this video of my top 10 CGC graded books that I got back in 2020. And boy, oh boy, some of these books surprised me on what they're kind of doing nowadays. So without further ado, let's hear from past Skeff about an upcoming giveaway. Skeff, take it away. Hey, there's still time to enter that 2,000 subscriber giveaway video. Go make sure you check out that video, smash that like button, comment down below in that video to go over the prize packages that you could win, which could be a Last Ronin #1 Momoko cover, a John Carter Warlord of Mars CGC 9.0 Signature Series, a copy of Something Considered #1 9.8 Frozen cover, with including a copy that you can read, a foil edition. And the last prize package will be a Agent Venom Gallery Diorama or a Hellboy 1000 toys. So please go check out that video so you can try to win one of these great prizes. Thanks, Skeff. So check out that giveaway. Now, first book on the list, pretty easy one. Probably the favorite book I got graded this year. It's going to be a copy of Something Considered #1 cover A. This, hands down, one of my favorite pickups of a year to just have graded in the 9.8. So getting this back along with like a couple other copies of this cover back in a 9.8 was a very, very good start to the year, so I'm excited about this one. I also think there'll probably maybe be a series on this at some point in time. I mean, it just seems like a good idea for a series, maybe on Netflix. Otherwise, I think most recent sales of this book have been around like that 300 to 340 range. Alrighty, second book on the list is going to be Star Wars Darth Vader #3, the very first appearance of Dr. Aphra, which, if you haven't noticed recently, Star Wars has gone nuclear. Very happy to have this from when I was reading the Vader series from back in the day. It was a nice copy, submitted, came back in 9.8. Very excited about that. I think the character has a lot of potential going forward into the future, along with pretty much every Star Wars character. Every Star Wars character is getting spec'd on and skyrocketed in price. So at this point, there's no reason not to think that this character might do the same thing. Most recently, copies around this one have been selling anywhere between that 350 to 400 range. Crazy to think about. Very happy to have this one in the collection for the upcoming Star Wars universe that's going to be on the Disney+. All right, next book up on the list is going to be a couple copies of Canto #1 in the 9.8. This was a book that I picked up raw back in January, actually. I picked up 2 raw copies on a really good price on eBay because they obviously had those printer defects. So got a good deal on those, was able to get them sent off, pressed out, the back was in mint condition. So very happy to add another 2 of these to the collection. Love the series. Really difficult book to come back in a 9.8. If you haven't checked out Two Brothers video, man, feeling for the Dustin. Feel for you, man. Hang in there. You'll get a 9.8. I know you will. Hang in there, bud. But happy to have a couple of these in the collection. Very difficult to pick up. Great series. Go check it out. Canto #1. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, copies of Canto #1 in the 9.8 are going right around for that 450 to 500 range. Next book up, if you've been watching any of my YouTube channels, you will know is the bane of my existence right now. A copy of Ultimate Fallout 4 in a 9.6. One day I'll have a 9.8. In 2021, I'm getting my 9.8. You mark my words here, YouTube. 2021, I'll be holding a 9.8 up in this book. Facts. But man, what a year for comic books, right? Like, it has been crazy. Books have exploded. Books have died down. Things have spiked. New series have come out. Second printing, third printing, additional printings, variants. It has been absolutely crazy without any conventions. But let me know down in the comments below what your top pickup was of the year 2020. I would love to hear about it. My grail would have been that Journey into Mystery 83, but I never got it. That would have been #1 on this list. But it's not. It will be a 2021. I'm getting the Grail in 2021. You make sure you remind me to make sure I get that. Also, maybe Ultimate Fallout 4 number 9.8. That would be nice too. But let me know down in the comments below. Let me know what your top pickup was in 2020 so I could be sad and cry and be very happy for you that I didn't get that amazing book. All right, next book up, I was very surprised to get, and the grade I did. It is also for sale. A copy of all new Marvel Now .1, the first full appearance of Kamala Khan, which will be appearing in the Disney Plus streaming services. Book probably has a lot of potential still as well. Copies were peaking at around 1,000. Now they're a much more obtainable pace as more get listed to around, I believe, that 7 to 750 range. So if anyone's looking for one, I have one for sale. Alright, now you always talk about how I only do moderns on this channel. One, because the other Silver Age, and they're much harder for me to find. But I do have a few key older books that I did get graded this year that are phenomenal, and they're not going anywhere. They're staying in the PC because I love them. The first one of those up is going to be a beautiful, this is the most stunning copy of Amazing Spider-Man 15 you'll ever see. Look at that. Look, it's custom. It says Craven at the top. I love this so much. I love everything about this book. I can't tell you what or why or how much this book brings me joy. This was a random pickup at a local shop here. They posted to like one of their Facebook live sales during the pandemic when they closed down. I saw this and I immediately jumped on it for the price that they're asking. At the end of the day, to get this book, regardless of the condition, is a win for me in my collection. As you can tell, I very much enjoy my Spider-Man keys. So getting the very first appearance of Craven, who, mark my words, will show up in the MCU, for this price, to get it graded, to get a 0.5, which, you know, is kind of cool. There's not that many 0.5s out there. So it's like, I have a unique grade here, especially when this, if you're asking like why this is missing, is when books were returned back in the day in order to damage the book. Nowadays, we rip the entire front cover off. Back in the day, they ripped off the title of that particular issue. So when that happens, it's missing and it actually is quoted as a 0.5. Even in that 0.5, it's still going for anywhere between like the 250 to 300 range. But it's probably not going anywhere for a long time. Love having this. Hard to find. If you ever find the opportunity to pick yourself up a really nice older key book for your collection, just jump on it. These opportunities don't come up as often anymore. Speaking of Spider-Man keys, a book that was a CPR book that I picked up a while back as well. It was a beautiful copy of Amazing Spider-Man 100. Also, very big fan of this cover. One of my favorite Spider-Man covers, all black cover. Very difficult to find. And this book was a book that I purchased at a 8.0 PGX, I think for around $145. Incredibly good auction that I found. Picked this up. Had it cracked, pressed, and cleaned by Impressive Comic Pressing Services. Gary did a heck of a job on this. I even said in a note when I sent the book off to him that like, I think he can get this to a 9.0. And boy, oh boy, did he get this to a 9.0. This is another book that I was going to move, but I got it back and I admired it too much. And getting this is still, you know, lower issue, even though it's 100. Iconic cover in a 9.0. Probably not going to go anywhere for quite some time, but it's going right around between the like 4 to 450 range. So still good ROI on the book, regardless of if I ever decided to move it, but probably not for some why. But Amazing Spider-Man 100. Now this book I had, but I did officially get it double signed, graded with a little baby remark on there. A personal book that I guess you could say I'm speculating on. It doesn't matter at this point. Like, I have them. They're not going anywhere. They're staying in the collection because I'm confident this character will show up in the MCU. It is Venom #3, the third printing. Double signed with a little tiny remark by Donny Cates. It's a little baby one, but for me, it's a big deal. So I was very excited to get this. This was at the CGC signing back over the summer that I was able to get this double signed and graded. And I was so stoked when I found out that I opened up and there's a little remark on there. I lost my mind. I was like, no way. Like, for him, it may take 2 seconds. 2 seconds, but it means a lot to me. So very happy to have this along with a couple other copies that I have. They're not going anywhere. Gord just got announced in the MCU. Give it time. He'll be there as well. Venom #3, third printing. And if you noticed from that investors call, Fantastic Four got announced. Good news. You know what's next? X-Men. You know what book is blowing up? Every X-Men book. It's insane. Because this year, before I even started the YouTube channel, this book came back graded. Counts. Showing it off now. Very excited. X-Men #3 in a 4.5. I bought this at a half price books about a year and a half ago, give or take. Got a good deal on the price. It needed a lovely, lovely CPR, not CPR, but it was raw. It needed a very nice press, clean, and submitted to CGC, and Gary nailed it. This book is, I was pleasantly surprised upon doing this video, this is going for around $700. I knew X-Men was blowing up. This is insane. But yeah, overall, so excited that I have this in the collection. It's not going anywhere. It's another one of those like Amazing Spider-Man 15s. It's too low, there's too much potential, and very difficult to find an additional copy. So that's why X-Men number 3 is part of my top 10 and listed at number 2. For me, it was a very easy choice to figure out what my number 1 pickup was of 2020. It's a first appearance, it's a Spider-Man key, it's a 9/8, it has everything that I love. It is a 9/8 copy of Amazing Spider-Man 252. Just direct, not a newsstand, but this was an epic pickup. I do believe this was a 9.6 that I think I paid right around that 175 range. Crack, press, submit to Gary. Gary submitted it, pressed and cleaned it for me. Bad Boy came back in 9/8, and I'm like, all right, cool, time to move it. And then I get it, and I hold it, and I'm just like, nope, you're staying here with me. It is kind of crazy that this book this year decided to blow up with 9/8 recent sales of around $1,000. Insane. Now, granted, it is the first appearance of the Spider-Man suit in the ASM continuity. So it's the first appearance in the Amazing Spider-Man run, which I think is a big deal, and I think it technically trumps the Secret Wars and the team up and things like that. So this, I feel, is more important to that story of the first black suit. Iconic cover, swipe of Amazing Fantasy 15. Like, this has everything going for it, and this is probably not going anywhere unless something crazy happens. So this, hands down, my favorite pickup of 2020. This stunning copy, ASM 252, and a 9/8. Oh man, this really topped the year off for me. So, but that's it, guys. Thank you guys so much for checking out this video. Please let me know down in the comments below, in 2020, what was your favorite pickup that you got for your personal collection, or like something that was like epic or cool or hard to find. Like, tell me, I want to know. I love hearing your stories. It's amazing. There's so much out there. There's so many different ways to collect. There's so many different ways to do it, and I love hearing about all of it. So please keep it coming. Keep the communication going into the year of 2021, because I know you're watching this in 2021, but it's top 20, and it'll make sense. But regardless, guys, 2021 is going to be a phenomenal year, because it's just going to be a great year. Just going to put that foot forward. It's going to be a great year, and I promise this channel is going to do some really cool things in 2021. So please, Hawk smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel. I have an epic giveaway. Hands down, best giveaway I think I've ever done. Epic stuff in that giveaway. Share with your friends if they enjoy this, for tips, tricks, collecting, unboxings. I try to cover it all. But guys, you're the best. Thank you so much. Skeff, out.